Hey guys, I'm Body Martial Arts. Let's talk some training philosophies, which I've always found useful. And today I thought we'd talk a bit about constantly training. Now, I like doing this because this is something that I feel, reading up on the 72 Secret Arts of the Shaolin, and in my ideal brain world, this reminds me of something being akin to the old Shaolin temple, whereby a person would go about their day-to-day activities and they'd found ways to fit the training in. Okay, we're talking maybe more simplistic skills, but I believe that's a good way to train. For instance, with regards to, and this goes to all martial arts, because it's generally recognized that world-class athletes and this, that, and the next thing, by practicing your sport, i.e. cricket, rugby, whatever, tennis, there's only a certain amount you can do playing those games. You'll get to a plateau. So then you need to do extra exercises that perhaps at first people think, well, what's that got to do with tennis? But it trains another aspect of your body that actually makes you better at tennis, rugby, football, etc., etc. World-class trainers and Olympians use this method of training. It's got a name, I've forgotten what it's called, but and lo and behold, our clever friends in China in the Kung Fu days, hundreds and hundreds of years ago, already coined it. So that's pretty much what 72 Secret Arts of the Shaolin is. It's a book of extra exercises. So with that in mind, I want you guys to bring that ethos into your training. So obviously make sure that your endurance is good, your running is good. If you can run, you need cardio, you need these things. These things help you with your martial arts, and sometimes training those things, because if you do a form, I guess you're doing cardio, aren't you? But also if you train separate cardio, which is just cardio, it improves you in another way. So that's good. So that's one aspect of it. Also, gadgets and things that you can take with you. Like, for instance, I've always got one of these with me. This is my 300 heavy gripper that I've had for a while, and I still can't quite close the damn thing. But I'm getting there. One day I'll be able to close it. But I always have that with me in the car and stuff for when I'm parked up. Because I wouldn't condone driving while squeezing it. No, I wouldn't condone that. But, you've always got it with you, and then pretty much all day you're practicing your grip. Things like I used to have a little nut with me, which I lost a long time ago, but carry around a little nut with me, and I would do grips and squeezes on that nut, and that was building up the sort of eagle claw strength of the fingers, and it worked really well, because I was in a bar one day and I had this pint glass, and someone said something that sort of made me a bit angry, or they said a comment to me, and I just thought, oh, dickhead. And it was funny because I must have accidentally squeezed the glass and the bottom fell off and smashed on the floor, and everyone sort of in the bar started laughing like, oh, you dropped your glass, until such time as I handed the top of the glass, the top ring of the whole pint mug, to the barmaid. In which case she looked at me rather horrified, poured me another pint, and it all went quiet because they thought I was some kind of weirdo or something. I don't know, but this can extend to doing pull-ups. Having a pull-up bar in your kitchen or somewhere at work, and then boom, banging out some pull-ups, banging out some press-ups. Just any part of your training that you can chop away at as the course of the day goes on. If you work night shifts or whatever, doing a few press-ups, doing some work, doing a few press-ups, as long as it's not majorly going to affect and infringe on, obviously, your work, your this and that, then give it a try. See, what I'm saying is see if you can fit these things in. See if you can fit in a bit of this, a bit of stance practice, as the day goes by, striking at the odd wall or something like that, placing pressure on the knuckles, into a hard surface whilst you're waiting for the days to go on. All these little bits build up, and they build up to good training. So see if any of those things help. It's again, guys, it's just an ethos, and I rambled on about another story that has nothing to do with anything, but it's an ethos. You can apply it. You know, I've got a friend who has a pull-up bar in his kitchen, and every time he walks through the door to the kitchen, he has to do some pull-ups, which is another great idea. You know, once I heard that idea, you know, I was like, oh shit, I'll steal that, and I put one in mine, and it was awesome. Okay, guys, well, this is already too long for a short video, so give those things a try. A bit of a kung fu mind ethos that the training is always going on. The training's always going on, and I'm not so much talking about thinking. You know, walking down the street and being like, oh, he's going to attack me. I'm thinking where I'm standing. That there is an aspect of that. You know, some people get a bit fed up of that kind of always be alert mindset. You know, you do need to relax sometimes. But if you want that always be alert mindset, then by all means, you know, cultivate it. But this is just practical things that you can do. Like, for instance, I said I've got the gripper, etc., etc. Okay, guys, I've already spoke for too long. Keep well, good luck and good training.